very good afternoon to all and welcome to Basic Military Training Center, School 3. Before we start with the proceedings, please switch off all mobile phones or put them to silent mode. Thank you. In the event of an emergency, please remain calm and follow our ushers to the various exits as indicated on the screen. Our commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Nizam, will now deliver his opening address. CO, sir, please.
Very good afternoon, enlistees, and a happy new year. A very warm welcome to the Basic Military Training Center, School 3. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Nizam, the commanding officer of this school. I believe 1,000 thoughts are running in your mind, and some of you may be feeling a bit anxious, but just sit down, relax, and chillax a little bit, alright? Okay, a little bit about myself. I was enlisted in 1997, an infantry officer by vocation. I have held several command appointments, and in active units, I deployed for local operations and trained NSF as well as NSmen. I'm here to make sure that training is conducted professionally and that all of you are well taken care of during your assimilation into this military journey. These are my key staff members who also will be your key partners on this journey. Major Farizan is my second in command. He is like the vice principal of this school. Master Warren D. Chauvy is the school sergeant major. He is like the discipline master of this school. Miss Jenny Cheong is the school orientation officer. She is a trained counselor, a life coach, and as well as a retired Air Force officer. She is an avenue for you to seek emotional support if you face any challenges in adapting to this military life. Mr. Nagaraja, with many years of experience in the Army, is our school safety officer. He reports directly to me and assists in enforcing safety standards and strict adherence to the protocol. Captain Dr. Sean Tan is our medical officer at Pulau Tekong Medical Center. He and his team of medical officers are trained doctors who have previously served in the government hospital. You are in safe hands of our medical professionals. All of you here, seated here, you will be posted to Raven Company. These are your direct superiors. OC is Captain Louis Au. Your company chief trainer is 3rd Warrant Zendra Wu. Your assistant company chief trainer is 3rd Warrant Chua Chai Guan. In BMT, this is our mission and vision, which is aligned to the SAF core values. BMTC will lay the foundation stone not just for your military skills, but also in your social skills. All of you will emerge a better soldier and a better son or a better daughter. You will now learn to live in a communal environment, be independent, and socialize among fellow Singaporeans regardless gender, race, language, or even religion. You will no longer be dependent on your parents to shelter on your every actions. You need to continue to assure your family members that you are ready to make decisions and be responsible for your own actions. For the next 2 weeks, it is catered for adjustment period. Once you are used to the system, training tempo will pick up gradually in preparation for all the key milestone training. You will realize that teamwork and looking after one another is key to completing your daily tasks. However, if you are trailing behind and unable to cope, please speak to your commanders. They are your teacher, your coach, caregiver, and they will be your friends. They will help you to the best of their abilities. We aspire to develop all of you in these 3 areas. Firstly, strong body so that you are fit, competent, and ready. Secondly, to have strong mind so that you are resilient, confident, and adaptive. And lastly, strong heart so that you are committed and as well as disciplined. Within the next 48 hours, starting from now, you will be interviewed by your commanders and a buddy will be assigned to you. Many feedback channels have also been put in place for you to express your gratitudes, concerns, and as well as queries. Your commanders will share these channels with you. Our physical training is progressive and customized according to each individual levels of fitness, ability, and skills. Many measures are also put in place to ensure your safety and prevent injuries. Do continue to keep your commanders and family members updated on your medical condition if you develop them along the way, so that we can calibrate your training and assist you in your recovery. In the SAF, we are governed by the Training Safety Regulations, or the TSR, and I will personally take my commanders to task if they breach any of the safety protocols. Where safety is concerned, there is no compromise. However, safety is also everybody's responsibility. For all of you, you need to listen to instruction and clarify if you are unsure. Highlight to your commanders when you are unwell. You need to look after your body. Let us build a culture of safety from the onset of this NS journey. Some of you may also be concerned if you will get punished over the course of service. Our SAF punishment system and guideline is fair, and it is sanctioned by the SAF Act. The punishment is meant for the offender to understand his mistake and learn from it. There will not be any unreasonable punishments. For the recruits who grossly defy orders, such as malingering or trying to cane, AWOL, or being disrespectful, we will follow strictly to the guidelines in accordance to the SAF Act when meting out the punishment. Throughout this BMT phase, you will be assessed on your suitability to hold command appointment during national service. I urge all of you, please challenge yourself and take on these leadership roles for a noble cause. Being leaders, whether as a specialist or as an officer, you will shape the future of the SAF and have a sense of ownership in this organization. In view of the COVID-19 outbreak, we have aligned to the national policy and put in place to prevent the importation as well as the spread of the pandemic within the SAF camps. For those of you who have already completed your vaccination, we have scheduled for your booster shot to be administered at the end of this BMT. However, for those who have not taken or have not completed your vaccination, you will need to do a daily ART to keep everyone safe. Any serviceman with acute respiratory infection and be swabbed will be issued with a stay-home restriction order, or SHRO. Under this order, you may only leave your house for essential activities. But before you leave, you must seek your commander's permission. Leaving home without the permission during SHRO is akin to breaching your quarantine order. Your commanders will conduct ad hoc checks to ensure compliance. In the previous batches of BMT, a few of the recruits were sentenced to the detention barracks, or DB, for breaching of SHRO. These are the important information and contact details that you and your parents may need to know. Your commanders will share them with you via WhatsApp this evening. And this evening, you will be given some time to make phone calls to your loved ones at about 21:30 hours to share with them the highlights of today. I will also require your help to forward a welcome letter to your parents, which will include some pertinent administrative as well as contact details. Now, without further ado, we will enlist you into the national service. For all of you seated here, please rise as we recite the Oath of Allegiance. With sweat and grit, our forefathers built the SAF from scratch. All they had was the conviction to defend our home and the will for it. Today's generation of the SAF is very different from our forefathers. Now, the soldiers are more educated and more reliant on technologies. The threat to our existence are still real, though many of us have now taken peace for granted. Now, the time is yours to do your part in shouldering the responsibility of protecting the honor, independence, and sovereignty of our country with your lives. Your loved one will depend on you to continue living in peace and harmony. This country will then be truly called home. Please raise your right hand and repeat the Oath of Allegiance after me. I. NRSC number and full name. Having entered the service of the Republic of Singapore. Under the Enlistment Act. Do solemnly and sincerely affirm that. I will always bear true faith and allegiance. To the Republic of Singapore. I will be ready. At the order of the government. To rise up to the defense of the Republic of Singapore. I will obey the laws of the Republic of Singapore.
I will obey the laws of the Republic of Singapore
and the orders of my commanders.
and the orders of my commanders.
I will carry out my duties with integrity,
I will carry out my duties with integrity,
courage, and commitment at all times.
courage, and commitment at all times.
And I will preserve and protect
And I will preserve and protect
the honor and independence
the honor and independence
of the Republic of Singapore
of the Republic of Singapore
with my life.
with my life.
You may now put your hands down. Please remain standing. Please take your seats.
Recruits, welcome to the SCF and also to BMTC School 3. As a member of the SCF, you are an important asset to this organization. The future chapters of the SCF are now yours to write. Start by putting your hearts and mind into your training. Always remember that your loved ones are your reasons that you are serving your nation. They will continue to be your pillars of strength when the training gets tough. We will get through this phase of training together. Let us create positive memories that last a lifetime so that you can share them with future generations and strengthen the belief that this nation is worth fighting for. I wish you all the best, stay resilient, and stay in good health. Thank you.
Thank you, CEO Sir. We have now come to the end of today's direct enlistment. Recruits,